Wake Up with God, Episode 33, The Prodigal Son, a story of God's love. Good morning, seekers. I'm Dr. Bernie, ordained ecumenical Christian minister. I'm so glad you joined us today. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful parables Jesus ever told, the parable of the prodigal son. It's a parable found in the Gospel of Luke that perfectly describes God's radical love and forgiveness. The story starts with a younger son who demands his inheritance from his father while the father is still alive, a deeply disrespectful act. The son then leaves home and wastes all his money on wild living. He ends up in destitution, so hungry he longs to eat the food given to pigs. This part of the story reflects a period in many of our lives, a time before we were close to God. It's when we're living life on our own terms, pursuing worldly desires, and feeling far from home spiritually. Realizing his foolishness, the son decides to return home, not as a son, but as a hired servant, because he feels too ashamed to be called his father's son. This feeling of shame is something we can all relate to. It's that voice that tells us we've made too many mistakes, that our sins are too great, and that we've gone too far to be welcomed back by God. Friends, it's easy to feel like we're not worthy of His love, especially after we've sinned. But here's the beautiful part. As the son walks home, while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The father didn't wait, he ran. He didn't lecture, he celebrated. He didn't demand an apology, he restored his son completely. This part of the story reminds us of how God reacts when we turn back to him. God doesn't hold our past against us. He runs to us with open arms, ready to forgive and restore us to a place of honor. Remember, friends, you are not too far gone to return to God. God's grace is greater than any mistake you've ever made, and your past certainly does not define your future with God. So, no matter how far you've strayed, God is always waiting with open arms, ready to run to you, forgive you, and welcome you back home. God bless you. I pray for the peace of Christ to be with you today. May the Lord bless your continued walk with Him.